Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are doing well. I want you to spare a minute and pray for Moses Kuria. Moses Kuria is suffering. I know many people are happy with whatever is happening to Moses Kuria based on his comments on Chris Musando, but you need to forgive him, pray for him, and we want to see Moses Kuria back. Personally, I want to see Moses Kuria witnessing Raila Odinga being sworn in as the next president of the Republic of Kenya. Now, there's something which is happening in the larger Mount Kenya region. And it seems the Deputy President, Dr. William Samoei Arap Ruto, is losing the ground there very fast. And if he's not careful, and we have just a few months to the elections, if he's not careful, he might get less than 60%. For William Ruto to win the presidency, he needs at least 80%, 85% of the larger Mount Kenya region. Uhuru Kenyatta used to receive 97%. Raila Odinga around 2%. So this time around for the DP, of course, he might not get the kind of numbers Uhuru used to get, but he needs to be in that range. But of course, the other thing is that William Ruto is definitely going to get more votes in the coast and more votes in Western than President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. But something is happening, which is now evident. The aspirants who were previously proud of displaying the UDA logo on their postures are no longer doing that. What is really happening? Why are they not proud of UDA logo? Last week, Pauline Njoroge made an interesting post about Raila Odinga winning or taking lead in Kiambu, and then an opinion poll followed, which reaffirmed whatever Pauline Njoroge said. And then again this week, she made some other interesting posts, which I think are of interest. Let me just get Pauline Njoroge. Pauline Njoroge. Now, this is what she posted. Last week versus this week. Why has the UDA logo been covered? Ama Jungle amesikia ground. Jungle ni that engineer who wants to be the governor, the Thika member of parliament, who wants to be. Sorry, I forgot this. Now, this is what Pauline Njoroge is saying. Last week versus this week, why has the UDA logo been covered? Ama Jungle amesikia ground. Jungle ni the member of parliament for Thika Town. And Pauline is saying, as I told you last week, Raila is more popular candidate in Kiambu County. He stands at 50%, while Ruto is at 43%. You may want to argue, depending on who you are supporting. But unless you bring me results of another credible poll giving different figures, I won't bother arguing back. Meanwhile, I'm sure those vying in Kiambu have already noticed the ongoing shift. Now, Patrick Wainaina had a track which was branded UDA. Patrick Wainaina for Kiambu. Then that part of UDA and the wheelbarrow, what he has done, he created his Jungle Foundation, Consume Kenya by Choice, and then replaced it with the UDA colors, which confirms that indeed there's a shift in the larger Mount Kenya region. And not only this guy, yesterday when these guys were sharing these photos, there were several of them, of candidates who have started shifting or started hiding the UDA logo. And the surprise casualty or the surprise person is none other than Irungu Kangata. Irungu Kangata is running for the Murang'a gubernatorial seat, a very vocal supporter of the DP. He created a banner, and that banner, which is on his Twitter, that banner, the logo the wheelbarrow thing and UDA is not there. Just the colors, which is strategic. So in this video today, I want us to look at why the aspirants from the larger Mount Kenya region have started removing the wheelbarrow from their posters. But before we do that, if you're watching this channel for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support. Without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Now let us get back to the main issue. The truth of the matter is that Raila Odinga is gaining ground in the larger Mount Kenya region. The fact that he was at 2% in the last election, and today if elections were to be held, he will score over 20%, or maybe 30 or 40. The fact that his figures which is likely to score are now higher means that he's gaining. And that's the biggest worry of the DP. And the other fact which you must also acknowledge is that in the previous elections where Uhuru was a candidate and Kibaki was a candidate, the Kikuyu nation had one mission: protecting their presidency. And that's why we saw so many people being carried from hospital beds to go and vote. That might not happen to the deputy president. I know William Ruto is a great mobilizer. He will be able to mobilize his troops. He will be able to mobilize his supporters to go and cast their vote for him. But why are candidates as we speak now hiding or removing the UDA logo? Several reasons. Number one, I think in UDA, there is this notion that they are preferred candidates. And these preferred candidates are likely to be favored. And the experience of 2017, where some of the William Ruto's preferred candidates prevailed, is actually the main reason why some of these guys have started. You know, you have to be very strategic. You support Ruto because Ruto is popular. Then his party, you leave that open. A typical example is the aspirant in Kiambu, the gubernatorial candidate, Wainaina. Ruto would prefer Ferdinand Waititu as the candidate. That's the honest truth. If he had a chance, he would he would push for Waititu. But there is the small matter of Wamatangi, and then there's the small matter of Ujangol. Only one of them can be nominated. And all these guys wants to be the governor. So it means if you are not preferred, then definitely you will start dissociating. You associate with the DP, but you dissociate from his party. So that's exactly what is going on there. That's number one. Number two, I think the emergence of small parties in the larger Mount Kenya region is also causing a lot of trouble for the DP. The truth of the matter is that someone like Moses Kuria, let me just read for you what Pauline Njoroge posted again. Let me just go to, there's a post she also made. She's saying, now that UDA fellows want us to judge their candidate's popularity in Kiambu County based on the party's performance in the last by-election, we will go there where they want. And Georgia doesn't count because UDA was not on the ballot and wasn't campaigning there. That was Moses Kuria by himself. So the fact that Moses Kuria won in Georgia, he won several other seats through his small party, sometimes even defeating UDA candidate, is something which the DP is not happy about. And that's why at some point he was very categorical that if you want to support me, follow your small party, come. That's why he's referring to those parties as village parties. So the truth of the matter is that the people of the larger Mount Kenya region understand so well that it will take them another 20 years to win. And in the next election, if Ruto were to win the presidency, for example, they won't have a party. What if he will lose? They will not have a party to start planning for 20 years. That party will belong to Ruto and he will do whatever he wants to do with it and nothing is going to happen. Parties in these countries are personalized. ODM is Raila, Jubilee is Uhuru, UDA is Ruto, ANC is Musalia Mudavadi. That's why Musalia Mudavadi has the final say. So these small parties are gaining ground because people have started thinking that if we follow this guy like this, without a backup plan, we might land in problems. Number 3, I think it's the Raila Odinga factor. The truth of the matter is that Raila Odinga is playing a big factor in all this. You know, previously, the UDA campaigns was pegged on anti-Raila Odinga. That everything Raila Odinga was not sellable. That selling Raila Odinga in Mount Kenya region was like selling selling pork in maybe Dubai or maybe in Saudi Arabia. But that's now changing. In fact, the narrative in the larger Mount Kenya region now is not that Raila cannot be sold. That narrative is changing to that Raila cannot win in Mount Kenya. Not that he cannot be voted for. And remember, Uhuru has not even started campaigning for him. And this is the fear. And the fact that Uhuru has clearly endorsed Raila, and the fact that Uhuru is likely to start campaigning for Raila is worrying these guys. Number 4, in my view, is the fear of Uhuru Kenyatta be campaigning these guys. Let's face it. You can't ignore Uhuru in the larger Mount Kenya region. Even if Uhuru is unpopular, you can't ignore him. He can do a very dangerous thing. He has the money. He has the state resources. Uhuru can decide that it's okay. I'm going to sponsor a candidate against you. I'm going to bankroll your opponent just within that UDA. So that fear of Uhuru Kenyatta be campaigning these guys is real. And most of them will not want a situation where they are viewed as the people who are standing between Uhuru Kenyatta and his ambitions. Yesterday I was talking to someone from Kiambu and he was telling me that there the ground is shifting. And he was very categorical that the main undoing of the DP is that he's focusing on the youth. While all men are now figuring out that as a Kiambu as a county, they've produced true presidents. While other communities have not even managed to produce a president. So they don't want a situation where anybody is disrespecting their son. And for them, Ruto is disrespecting President Uhuru Kenyatta. And they are very bitter with that. So Uhuru Kenyatta's factor is a big deal. In Kiambu, and that's why probably explains why Raila is ahead. In Kiambu, their thoughts is now different. In fact, they are saying that Nyeri is where the DP is still enjoying massive support. And lastly, I think the results of Kiamba by-election, where UDA was a candidate competing against the president. The truth of the matter is that in Kiamba, the Jubilee candidate garnered strong 40-something%. The UDA candidate garnered 50%. Was it 51? So that margin. And they know so well that even the Keleweke were not comfortable campaigning for this guy. So their fear is if Uhuru were to go and campaign for these candidates, if the figures could be that close, so it means anybody with a good strategy can actually win without necessarily antagonizing President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and his plans. I don't know what you think. That's my take. For those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button, so that next time you produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. That support has been massive, and that's why we are here. And if you are in Kisumu, you are in Homa Bay, and you are in Migori, na uko na shida ya meno, maneno ya meno wenye wanalewa hii area, hizo areas, ni Royal Dental Clinics. So just go through their Facebook page. Their contacts are there. They're the best. You see, I can now smile. Thank you guys, and please, may you have a good day. By the way, Dr. Vitalis Ogola of Royal Dental Clinics is a good guy. So just visit those clinics. You can use my name. You know watu wengi you can use my name to get some discount if you want. Just sema, hey, mimi ni mtu wa Lee. Bye bye.